Greetings, fellow YouTubians. This SecretSnake here, bringing a tutorial on how to compile TinkersConstruct experimental branch, so you can play with those new awesome longbows and crossbows, which I know you're dying to get your hands on. So I made this because I got tired of seeing all the comments in the Tinkers forum thread. So hopefully I am going to teach you how, so you can do it yourself and play with it. Remember, this is an experimental build, and as such there are bugs and whatnot. So far, I'm hoping that this compile will fix some of the issues I was having. For one, the hammer and the excavator tools were not breaking all the blocks. It was just breaking one block. So like I said, this is experimental, so use it at your own risk. That said, let's get started. It's very simple, actually, once you learn. I spent a few hours trying to figure it out, and I finally did, and now I'm going to share the wisdom with you. There's three things you're going to need to get from the internet. One is this: you need to go here to the experimental build website, which for easy seeing, you should see these are the addresses you need to go to. You need to go to the GitHub, you need to go to Gadle.org, and you need to go to the Tinker's experimental site. Pause right now if you'd like to write down these addresses. Good, let's move on. So now you know what addresses you need to go to. First thing you need to do is download, not clone, just download the experimental build. Click on this to download it, and I've already done so. Put it wherever you want, whatever folders you want. Make sure you know where it's at. Put everything in the same folder to make things easy. Once you've downloaded this, go to the Gadle site, and from there go on the download page. You can get the all version or just the binaries. You only need the binaries, so I would click on this one and get the binaries, put that in the same folder. Now you need to go to GitHub. I suggest you sign in to GitHub. This is the screen you'll be at. Sign in. If you don't have an account, create one. Once you're here, just click on Set Up GitHub. You'll be brought to this page where you can get GitHub. Now I suggest getting GitHub for Windows. If you have to do it another way, you're on your own on that part. Basically, download GitHub from Windows. That's the one I'm using. Now, once you click on that button, it'll bring you to this page. Just click Download GitHub for Windows if you have Windows. I'm using Windows 8 or Windows 7 and Java 8 16 or 60-bit, 64-bit. So your luck may vary if you don't have Java 8 or Windows 7. I don't know how different they are. This is what I'm using, so I can only show you what I've learned. Anyway, after you've downloaded GitHub, after you've signed in, signed up, whatever, and you got these three files, the Gadle, the GitHub, and of course the TinkersConstruct file, you should have these three files: GitHub setup, Gadle, and TinkersConstruct. Now what you need to do first is install Gadle. Once you're done installing Gadle, I already had this installed, so I can't really explain it to you, but I think you'll be brought to a screen where you need to sign in. You can set this to wherever you want. I personally use C drive. Well, you can create it wherever you want, or the default, which goes to libraries, documents. But anyway, once you've installed and you've logged in, if you need to, you'll be brought to this screen. If you're not at this screen, I can't really help you. I won't show you this because it has my address in it, so I can't show you that process. But once you get Gradle, or once you get GitHub installed, you'll be greeted with this screen. Now, you don't need to do anything with this screen at this time. You need to come back here and extract TinkersConstruct experimental right where it's at in that your temporary folder. Extract here. It already has its own folder, so it'll create its own folder. Once this is extracted, you're good to go. Now this, let's first create the repository. You need to create a repository. To do this, you can simply, let me get rid of this. You can simply drag and drop the folder after you've extracted it to here, and it will create TinkersConstruct experimental. Create repository, and like I said, location path is here. Now, excuse me, I didn't want it here personally. This was for your benefit, so actually I think I'll back out of this. Alright, and put it where I want. Like I said, once you've created your location, you can put it wherever you want. I personally set up my own on the C drive under GitHub. So this is where I want my repository. Put it in the folder where you want your GitHub repository to be once you've extracted it to that location. Then drag it here to create. Now this is where the repository is going to be created. Click Create Repository, and voila, you're now in the repository. And let it do what it needs to do, and when it's done, you're good to go. Now, don't let all this confuse you. Don't worry about anything you see here. You're not going to be messing with this window at all. What you need to do now that you have this, you need to go back to wherever you downloaded Gradle. Open up Gradle. Now this is how I do it, and it worked for me. Whether this is how you have to do it or not, I don't know. Open it up in whatever zip program you have. You don't really need anything but the bin file, but just, I don't know, but for me, I just copy everything. Take everything and highlight it and go back to where you have your repository, and you'll see a file, Gradle. In here there's a wrapper folder. Open up Gradle, not the wrapper. Just open up Gradle and then drag all those highlighted files to this directory. Now it's in this directory along with the wrapper. So now you have Gradle installed. That's all you have to do to install Gradle, and you're good to go. You got Gradle bin in here, and you're good to go. So next comes the actual work. Let's get rid of that. Now what you need to do is right click over here somewhere on the screen, and you want to open up the Git shell. Now you can do this however you want, but this is how I do it. So if you follow my tutorial, you should be okay. Open up the GitHub, and you'll be brought to this, or the shell, you'll be brought to this screen. Now you need to start following the directions on his website. If you scroll down, you'll see where it says compile source. This is what you're going to be doing. You're going to be following these directions. Very easy. You can put it right here for easy use, and he's got it set where basically he's telling you set up run Gradle in the repository root. That's where we have Gradle set up. So basically type gradle or gradlew.bat. Whether you have to have bat on the end or not, I don't know. Just better to be safe than sorry. Basically, these things here are your things that you're going to have to run. This, set up decomp workspace, Eclipse, idea. All these are going to be run in that order. But first, you need to run the bat. So to do this, just like I said, just type in Gradle. Actually, for this, if you type in Gradle, it won't work. Like, you'll get this message. Or at least I get this message. You don't have to put bat here, but I do anyway because beat zero. Whoops. Gradle W dot bat. And then hit enter, and you'll get this error message. The bat is not recognized, and if you follow the instructions, it will tell you to, if you want to use it, where is it on there? If you're reading, include blah blah blah. Well, let me read a sec. Blah. Well, it should tell you on there how to do it. I don't see it for some stupid reason. Let me make sure I got Gradle Law in there. Yeah, or Gradle W. It is. Alright. You might need to... I didn't think about that. You might need to go back to the folder, go back to Gradle, go into the bin folder, and run, just double click on the bat file. This should create a new folder. There you go, Gradle. That might be what you need to do first. Alright, now that that's done, let's try that again. We'll click the up arrow to bring back what I did. There we go. That worked. So you need to do that first. Alright, so if you see down here, it's telling you what you need to do. You need to do it exactly like it shows there. Basically put a period forward, or backslash, Gradle W dot bat. That's all you got to do, and it'll work. Just be patient after you hit enter. Let it do its thing, and when it's done, it'll tell you successful. Just be patient. Don't do anything while it's doing its thing. Successful, build successful. So now we've done the Gradle W. Now we need to go to the next, which is set up dev workspace. So do the same thing. Hit up on the arrow key to bring up the dot backslash Gradle bat. Hit space bar to give yourself some space, and then type exactly what you see on the screen. Set up capital D E V capital W O R K space, and then hit enter. That's all you got to do. And let it go through its process until it says successful. Hopefully it'll be successful for you. Now this could take a while if it's your first time, because it's having to download all the Forge files and stuff that it needs, and dependencies and whatnot, so it could take a little while. But once it does it the first time, it won't take as long to redo the compile because you'll already have it. Just be patient. Patience, patience. I would pause the video, but I forgot the shortcut command to do that. I have it tied to my joystick, which is in game, where I just press a button to pause and unpause for my Let's Play series. And since I'm doing a recording in Windows, I don't have access to it. I suppose I could make access though, maybe. Let's see. Because I know you don't want to sit here and wait 100 years. Just keep waiting though and be patient. Don't do anything until it says success or failure. Alright. Hey, guess what? That worked. Yeah. Alright, so guess what? Successful. We just did the setup dev workspace. Now we're going to do setup decom workspace, which do again. Simply press up on the arrow key to make it simple, or retype the whole thing if you like. Now backspace to remove what you just did with the setup. And then do setup again. Setup D, capital D, ECOMP, capital W, ORK, space. And then hit enter again. And it'll do some more work. And when it says build successful, you can move on to the next. I'm going to try pausing this time and see what happens. Oh, I didn't pause. Figures. Oh, I guess I can't pause. So you just have to bear with me. It's worth the wait. You'll be able to play with the new toys. Although I don't like the awkward silence. So now I have nothing to talk about, so I'm just gotta talk. Basically, once this finishes and says successful, you're going to do the exact same thing. Press the up arrow key, delete the setup decom workspace, replace it with Eclipse, and then hit enter. And then, once that's done and it's successful, you do the same thing. Up, delete the Eclipse, and then put idea, and then hit enter. When that's done, you're done. And I'll show you what you do after that. Come on. Remember, it takes a while the first time. After this, you won't have to, it won't take as much time. Because like I said, it has to get all the necessary stuff from the internet. Like Forge, and micro parts, and whatever it needs. Ah, there we go. I think it's about finished. It can take a while depending on your computer and how powerful it is, I suppose. Your speed may vary. See, basically, get version, Johnson. Basically, it's telling you that's up to date, so it's not bothering with it. It's checking, skipping those. The ones that aren't listed, it's downloading that information, getting the updated version, and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, build successful. Nice. Now we go to the next step. Up, delete the setup. There we go. And type in Eclipse. No capital. ECLIPSE. And then hit enter. And it's doing its thing. And when it says successful, you do the idea. And then when that's successful, you completely successfully created your first compiled version of TinkersConstruct experimental. So now we've got that done. Let's erase Eclipse and type in idea, IDEA, and hit enter. And when this says successful, you are successful. Guess what? You're successful. Now, go to the repository where you have your repository set up. And if you look under builds, wait, what am I doing? Give me a second. It's always weird to find the location. Okay, under Gradle, go to lib, L-I-B, and under L-I-B, wait a minute, am I in the right place? Oh, I think I missed a step. I did, I forgot that we didn't build it. We just finished compiling everything and getting it set for the build. My bad. Just hit up again, erase idea, and then type build. That's it, B-U-I-L-D. And then hit enter. Now it's going to build your jar file so you can install. Like I said, I just learned how to do this on my own. It took me a while, but now I'm sharing it with you, and it's quite simple once you've done it. And since like I said, I just learned myself, so that's why I forgot about the build. There, built, successful. Now you really have a build. Like I said, go to Gradle, go to lib, wait, not Gradle, should be build, sorry. Go to build, and then lib, L-I-B-S. And in here is where your build is, and it will be called experimental, this one. You don't want the lib or the DEOBF or the source. You just want the main one, which is right there, experimental dev 92F4 ABB. Now this will be different depending on when you do this. So right now that's what it is for me today. If he does more work, it might change and be something else. But anyway, that's what you're looking for. Copy this and put it into your Minecraft folder, and you'll be good to go. Like I go to my Minecraft folder, paste it in, and see the other one was called dev get bork, whatever. That's weird. But anyway, delete that. And now we have a successful build. Now you can play with the new toys. And I hope this was useful. If so, let me know. It's my first decent tutorial, I think. Anyway, I do hope you appreciate it. I know you'll appreciate playing with the toys. And with that, I will sign off. And as Dire Wolf says, my favorite YouTuber, take it easy.